Okay, after being able to create the form for login, then a form for adding, viewing students, search, and delete and update, we pretty much complete all the management tasks or your database. Now, next one will have some security concern, and the first one that we're going to take care of is about authentication, and we have done that with login form. However, there is one concern that we have over here, which is the password or the users so far that we have. Let's say we select everything from start and execute this one, then we'll have the star is now stored in the plain text form. So we should not store that password in the plain text form. We should have one-way encryption, which means that we should encrypt it in one way. Then people will not be able to view the password. So what we'll do from here is actually we won't do the I'll just present this. So what we'll do here is that we're going to use what is called the MessageDigest available library from Java. Then we're going to use our secure hash algorithm there. Then we're going to take the password in, encrypt password. The function is encrypt password. Take the password in, get the bytes of the password, and you create the MessageDigest here. Then the returning result will be array of byte 256, and then this byte's gonna be stored in some forms that may not be friendly for text. So I will use the base64 encoder in order to encode that string. Then we're going to store in that form. So we won't try that in okay. So for this one, I will create a utility class, which is new Java class, and it's gonna be password encryptor, and I'm gonna make a static method, public static string encrypt password, and we'll input a string password. Then, like I said, we'll use message digest. Okay, md equal to message digest dot get instance, and we want to use secure hard algorithm 256 bytes. Then we're going to this one, we may insert this one as a wrong algorithm, or it does not support, so we need to surround statement with try catch. Okay, then we'll return, let's say let's just do that here. Then we'll say password equal to just say byte cipher bytes equal to, this one will be array of bytes, or you can just give any name there. Message digest dot digest from the password, and I would need to convert that into bytes too. Then we need to convert it into friendly text format, so I'm going to use base64, so I'll use set password equal to base64, okay. Then dot get encoder dot encode to string from the bytes, and that one is the ciphered byte. Okay, then we'll return, finally we'll return the password. Okay, so if we could encrypt it, if we cannot encrypt it, then it's gonna just simply return the original password. So from here, I'd like to test that 2. Create another Java class down here that I want to say this one is best password encryptor. Okay, from here on say public static void means. Then I will have string pass equal to, currently I have the password which is this a pass. Okay, I need to use that a pass, and I would like to encrypt that, so I'm going to display out the password encryptor dot encrypt password, given that pass up there. Okay, so I'm going to right click on this one and run file. To run this current file, do not click on this because it's gonna take the default main file here. So that password will be encrypted in this form for a pass, and this is one-way encryption, so it's nearly impossible that you start from this sequence of string and you get back that a pass. But given a pass, for sure you can get this. So that's why it's called one-way encryption. So I'll go ahead to go to this one, and I would like to update that password. Update star set star password equal to that newly created password where star ID equal to 1. So run that. If I run the start again, okay, right now the password is in encrypted format. So we will next we will need to use that. So before checking for login in the form login, before checking for login, well, you can put it into start handler, and you put into start handler before putting the password into that form. You are going to say password equal to password encryptor dot encrypt password given that password. Then before checking for login, you will encrypt that password first so that it's gonna match inside there. So just to test that right now, we should be able to still be able to log in. Okay, so I'll just try to do the login. I'll say a account and type a pass. Okay, but I'll still type a pass over here, but when it's sent to the database to check, it won't be in encrypted format. So this one is a successful login because there is no error there. Okay, your successful login. So that is it for login. Next, we should care about the for the login, we were done an encrypted password, but then besides authentication, we should care about authorization as well. So the next part is about authorization, but then let me see, I didn't cite it here, but then I'll just cite it here. So for authorization, I didn't really perform it yet, but there are several ways to do it. The first way is the first thing is in our database. We do have a role for the user, so to set the user a role something, then you may create the some other table for this, or you may just set it in fixed code about for this role what kind of forms the user can access or what kind of menu the user can access. So the idea is we already have those menu items, all those menu items that you have there, if you would like to manage by menu items, or if you would like to manage by forms. So you allow people to open some form and do not allow people to open some other forms. So in order to do that, you already have the maps, the hash map of form, given the name, then the corresponding form, the name corresponding form, the name corresponding form. then you should also create the another map. Let's say for each of the group, let's say you say group one authorizations, let's say group one authorization. Then you start adding for this form. Let's say you say that group one authorization. Okay, then you start setting that, okay, for group one authorization you can put this form login. It's or the people should always be able to access the form login. Sets, let's say group one, you should be able to set this one to true. Okay, so it means that you can access it. This one should be in an object form, so use true. Okay, so this one is no, this one is a site. It will be for this one we have to use object because it's object value. You will just have to use boolean. Okay, then say true, let's say. Okay, so let's say, or if you would like to set what is that one here? Compatible gonna be into the frame form. Oh, this one it should be group one. It's not that one, but this one should be boolean. Okay, and that one you should have true there. Similarly, you may have, let's say, if you do not want that group to view the students, then you just say false over here. Then later on, depends on the user role. When you show the form, okay, when you show the form, you need to check if that user has of the group has the true value for accessing the form that given the names here, then you allow, otherwise you don't allow. Okay, so that is the main idea. That's what you should do, but to save some time I will not do that. Okay, so that one is about authentication and authorization. There are different ways there, but let me show you. There are different ways there. Yeah, authorization here. So this one is the one that I described. And there is another ways is that you can also use MySQL users instead. Okay. So next we should get to the SQL injection, but that should be in the next video.